What's up, boys? Today we're going to be checking out Noobs Are Coming and see what would happen if BROTATO were evil. So the game will release into early access over here, and we'll head on into here. I want to try out the plant guy. He has a bunch of different stats for plants, and there's some sort of mechanic about watering them. So I want to see what that's about. And then we'll probably go with a cactus. Shooting projectiles around itself sounds pretty useful. There's 3 different ones we can start with there, and then another one we need to unlock at some point. We'll probably get that at some point during the run because they scale with elemental damage. So we'll be trying to stack that up, and we can head on over here. So our watering can seems to shoot enemies normally. Let's see what happens once we water this guy up. It's apparently very hard to water it. Okay, so I guess it only attacks once we have the water full, it looks like. Interesting. Oh, we have 2 of them. Okay, so I guess they're like supercharged turrets, but they're only active for a little while after you water them fully. Okay. So we can grab another cactus. And then, does cooldown help here? Oh, it'll let us spawn more of them. That sounds interesting. Okay. And we'll head on to the next level. So it's obviously very similar to BROTATO, and apparently the devs are friends, and there will be a package deal where you can buy both of them once the early access is out. Oh yeah, you can stand on top of where enemies are spawning, and it will actually block them. I actually don't think I want to do that since we want to be getting all of the souls we can, so we can level up and buy more stuff. If you don't pick up all of the stuff, then you don't lose it. I think it goes into like a pool where you can get some of that on the next level. We'll grab some attack size here, I think. They don't have a size stat, so maybe that doesn't work actually, so just damage then. So we'll take a carrot. Oh, I am very poor. Okay. I guess we'll lock both of these to make it easier to water stuff and to try out some different plant attacks. Soul Harvest is pretty similar to the stat in BROTATO, a percentage of your souls at the end of a wave. Probably not going to hold a ton, so I don't think either of those are super useful to me. Now we should have a lot of cacti. If we position it, I can actually water 2 at once. Whoa. I'm assuming there will probably be some sort of unique item we can get later on that will actually let me kick my plants around so I can actually reposition them. I've seen some unique stuff like that for some of the other stationary weapons like turrets and stuff. So we probably can't use those stats, we'll just... Wow, I can't even afford either of those. Okay, so either the higher difficulty has less souls, or these are just really bad at killing stuff early on. Let's grab that first so that we can water them very efficiently and they'll just keep killing stuff for us. And then we'll just keep running around trying to keep them all watered up. Don't think I can quite get both of those at the same time. Yeah, I guess we do have to fully fill the bar for them to even attack at all, huh? Not sure this is going to end up being very strong, to be honest. We are already struggling quite a bit. Dexterity, I don't think that will do a whole lot. Oh, I don't remember those set bonuses. I wonder if they just added those. So here we'll probably grab a bit of HP regen so I don't just die. So this is sort of a tank item. We probably won't really go for that damage based on the number of hits you've taken in the current wave. We'll grab some carrots and probably toss a reroll. Knockback and crit chance is not bad. Pretty expensive when we don't even have full weapons yet though. I'll toss one more reroll. Then we'll lock the ketchup. And then we'll have a bunch of different types of plants to try out at least later on. So the carrots are rogue, it probably dashes around, yeah. I messed around with a minion build earlier with a goblin rogue, and he also dashed around a bit. Although I didn't have to water him. I think there's actually some other different types of weapons we can get for watering as well. There's like a cloud attack that actually seems pretty good as a weapon itself. And if we could have like a dual like damaging and watering thing at the same time, that would be pretty useful, I think. So do we have anything that benefits from a mount? Looks like no. So that's probably not the greatest, and the funny thing is I don't think any of these benefit from minions either, although they're similar mechanically. We can't even use any of these, huh? Kind of expensive to reroll, but oh well. We'll go for some HP here, I think. That's pretty high rarity, and that's a 40% boost. We can grab a cactus here, and merge those, and then grab a ketchup. And probably move on from here. What does that gain? Looks like extra elemental scaling. And that's about it. I don't think there's any sort of manual aim to like prioritize the plants with my watering. So we just have to have them as like the closest target at all times to actually keep them going. My damage isn't even very good. I can't even keep them off me. I don't think I'm gonna win with this build. This seems pretty awkward, to be honest. If we find some like projectile piercing and bouncing to make it easier to hit the plants even when they're behind stuff, then that might be doable. But we're just getting so few souls, to be honest. Let's grab some elemental damage so the plants can actually kill stuff here. That has one elemental, but it's kind of weak and we don't really have fire stuff. I don't think so. Actually, luck is kind of cool. Gives you a chance to get chests off of enemies, and then also extra items and consumables. Yeah, I'll try some of that. Damage with kickables. If we had a way to kick the cacti, that would be kind of cool. I don't think so. Blue ketchup, we can lock that for later. Oh, are these turrets? So the cacti are, but the others aren't. But I think that would actually be very helpful for them. That would make it so much easier to water them. Okay, that's helpful. So we'll want to prioritize cacti for the plant build then, because of that unique item. It's like so hard to keep them watered, and they don't even seem that strong even when they are watered. Jesus, this is rough. Please carry me. I don't know that that really helps me. I guess it's a blue, and we need a lot for the shop. I can't even get both of those men, that's rough. Okay, well, I think having the cacti following me will probably be the biggest boost currently. So it'll be a lot easier to keep those watered now. That's pretty cool, at least we could definitely use some more cacti now. They work with range. I can't tell. So that has a range stat, so I guess they don't work with range. That's unfortunate. These really don't seem to get a lot of the different stats you can get. So we'll take luck then, I guess. Speed or dodge, depending on where you're facing. That's not terrible. We can get some extra souls from noobs with visible usernames. Wonder what happens if we merge the water. So it's at 1.14795. I think the cooldown and range got improved a bit, maybe? And the watering improved by 25%, looks like. So we can fit that in, and probably grab that for the extra soul income. I wouldn't mind that, but I don't think I'm going to lock it for now. We really need to get some decent weapons, like some more cacti, and maybe some more watering as well. So there's a cacti, we can grab that, and also grab some extra XP based stuff. So we have 2 green ones at least. I can't move, man. This build is so bad. This is the worst build I've tried yet. Jesus. I just want to water my plants. Leave me alone. Yeah, I think we need some more watering weapons, to be honest, so we don't have to stay near them for so long. And so that they actually can kill some stuff. And I just can't loot anything. I'm so weak. This is rough, man. So it would be damage or crit chance here. 13 is kind of expensive. We actually could try to lower size for that. I'm not sure how difficult that would be though. Probably not a great idea. Let's make the room a bit bigger and grab some speed so I have more room to move around. A bit of luck. Instant attract on souls. We could really use some weapons though. I don't think any of these are super helpful. Every different attack, that's not terrible. That seems like some pretty hefty downsides. So 14 up to 18, that's not bad. It just feels really hard to improve my weapons on this run, I feel like. And then those guys are constantly cutting me off with the dashes. I just can't move anywhere. This build is so bad, please. I can't move. So the chests will stick around and we can grab those later, but it feels like I'm falling really far behind. Speed attack trail behind you. I don't know what that means, but I guess we'll find out. We don't actually benefit from either of those, other than maybe the water can. Bit of range on that. I don't know that that helps. It does have infinite piercing, so maybe. We would lose the elemental damage, and I really need damage right now, so I don't think I'm going to take that. Here, we'll go green luck, I guess. Ooh, elemental and armor. Do we have anything that benefits from duration? Yes. I guess we'll try it. I could really use some damage. Ooh. Should have gotten that first. See, just not finding a lot of decent weapons for the build here. Maybe if I make enemies slower, that'll help a bit. Instant attract on souls. Another cactus, we can get rid of that thing, I guess. Yeah. Just have a bunch of stuff that constantly follows me. Damage and damage. That seems fine. I'll do one more reroll. Ooh, another cactus. Ooh. So you can destroy these to generate more souls, and that would be pretty helpful in the long run. So I think we'll grab that first and then lock the cactus. So we can grab that now, and then we can destroy these to get a bit of extra souls if I can hit them. Definitely a lot going on the screen with this build, with all the cacti following me now. A lot of arrows over there. Apparently their arrows bounce off the walls too. It's so hard to move around. Elemental damage, yup. Speed range, I guess. Duration cooldown, that's not bad. So it'd probably be cooldown or HP region here. I think we're gonna go for any damage stats we can get. Ooh, Soul Glass. Let's see, we can probably replace the carrots. Those are pretty hard to keep watered, it feels like. Purple ketchup. I don't think that's very helpful, but I guess we'll try it. So, either that or the blue one. I really like the cacti a lot more, I think. So it'll have to be that one. Oh, damage with plant attacks. We can grab that. Wait, I think what I needed to do was to always have an empty space when we bought a plant, and then we would keep getting watering cans, right? And then I could have had a high tier watering can. Okay, I think I played this all wrong now that I think about it. Skill issue. Like, each of these gives a watering can when you buy one, right? Luck damage, sure, and then some percent damage. Guess I'll take lifesteal there. I guess we can grab that. Don't think we want anything else here. Take damage, gain a bunch of stats. Not the greatest, I think. Oh, here's one of the watering things I'd mentioned, the cloud. Okay, so that should be pretty helpful. I guess we'll have to replace this guy. Chance to find soul flasks. Ooh, you can get them naturally, okay. I guess we'll keep the two different watering weapons and then just try and slowly upgrade those. Then have a bunch of cacti and the purple guy we got for pretty cheap. Eat enemy health but lose armor. I'm kinda close to dying already. I guess we'll just take the green cloud here. Oh, those ones scale with amount as well, but I don't think anything else did, so probably still wouldn't go for that. Alright, so we should have much better watering now with the extra cloud and higher tier watering can, hopefully. That is so much damage from so far away. I just walked into the wall as the arrow was bouncing. Dang it. Alright, so let's try out the Minotaur. He gains 30% speed, strength damage based on speed. If you're standing still, you deal no damage, but he has this funny weapon where you can actually jump into the ball and roll around. Let's see how that works out. Whee! I now have no attack until my ball respawns. And I think it spawns randomly, so we have to find where it even is. This doesn't seem efficient, but it seems ridiculous, which I like. I guess that's fine. And then I guess we can grab some other balls for now. I kind of want to just stack these and see what happens though. But we can kick that into enemies, and then we don't need anything else here. I guess we can toss a cheap reroll. Ooh, we can lock that. Oh, that replaces the equipped one. Huh. So you can only have one of these. Maybe we want to get a bunch of different balls then, and kick those while it's on cooldown then? So we can do this, and then... Oh, the spiked ball always comes back to me. So strength damage works, and then we can grab one of these, so I think I'm gonna grab that and see what happens. Then we don't really need to lock any of these, although cooldown actually would be kind of nice, so we could stay in it more. But I don't think I'm gonna lock that currently. Cool music. That was not a great angle for that, oops. Does duration work? Oh, it does, okay, that could be pretty cool then. Does amount work on anything? Not that we have currently. So that kind of just has a downside for me. We'll grab some more balls, toss a couple rerolls maybe. Does range work on anything? Looks like no. Oh. So if you're standing on top of where they spawn, you get a bit of souls back? Might be helpful since I can't really control my movement a lot, I guess. So we can just kick those normally while we're rolling around, and that's on cooldown. Ow, that was not a great spot for that to end. Item price, not bad. And then probably green crit chance here. Instantly attract souls. Toss some rerolls. We could try some pickaxe. It's strength damage, which we gain from the Minotaur. And that'll generate some extra souls. Sure. Can't buy anything anyways. How does that work with a ball? We do a tiny amount of damage to it. And then we're gonna struggle to kill it otherwise, but I could definitely use some extra souls to buy stuff. It's at least a pretty interesting build. I don't know if it's going to be viable in the endgame though. I guess if you could have multiple copies of the pinball, you could just be basically immortal. I took damage, but I'm at full HP. Interesting. And we can actually kick balls while we're a ball. If the balls are touching, it seems like. I don't think so. Doesn't really give me a net gain to any useful stats, so whatever. Room size. That might be bad. It's harder to bounce off the walls, but the speed does increase our damage a bit. And it's a fun stat, so I guess we'll take it for free. Ooh, duration. And then we'll go speed for that. This one's unique, so we can get it out of the pool. I don't know if it's super useful, but I guess we will take that. We have a green skull bowl, sure. Don't think we want any of these. Does range work on anything? Oh right, I already checked that, no. Knockback crit chance. I don't think so. Maybe some pickup range to help us get the souls a bit easier. And then, that's not bad. It's also limited, so we might be able to remove those from the pool by buying a few. Definitely not lower my speed. I don't think we want any of that. Okay, this is getting pretty interesting now that we're scaling up the speed and duration at decent amounts. Minutes. Ow. He was waiting for me. HP, yep. Did I check size? It looks like it works on that, and that. Okay, size is pretty good then. We'll have big balls, and then we'll take the blue luck. We aren't going turrets, but that's the thing I mentioned where you could kick them. So that actually would have worked on the cacti in the last build, and probably would have been pretty good there. Don't think so. Oh, if we had gone for small balls, we could have gotten extra speed off of that, but too late for that now. Ooh, chance for noobs to give us more souls. Don't think so. A high jump and smash the ground violently as you land. I don't know what that means, but it sounds interesting. Chance for golden souls and pickup souls. And then we'll try whatever that is, I guess. Strength and damage, and since we don't have anything that scales with amounts, that's probably fine. Potion gives damage. Ooh. We can grab that for some more souls later on. Oh, okay, interesting. I guess that kind of fits with the pinball thing. They both give you like a temporary like immunity, I guess. So we can jump and then land in the pinball. That's kind of cool, actually. We can actually just chain the jumps, huh? That doesn't really do a ton. Probably just sell that. That gives a bit of soul harvest, I guess. We'll take that. And then duration. I'll do a bit of armor, since we do occasionally take some unavoidable hits. Grab the soul thing. Soul attractor. No. Don't think we want any of that. Oh, the chain ball, we could upgrade that. So does that automatically sell that then? Bit more pickup range. Don't think we want any of that. No. More speed and room size? I guess we could try it. Oh, the purple impact. Okay, we'll probably want to grab that. Room's actually getting pretty big now, huh? Very strange, very cool build. Wow, jumping on that does not do a lot of damage. Nope. Oops, almost clicked that. I guess we'll go XP there. Grab the upgrade to that, some strength stuff, a bit more pickup range. Chance to find chests, but I don't want to lower my speed. It's fun and it's one of the best stats we can have. Ritual circle standing inside. That's not gonna happen here. We're on wave 9, maybe. Pickaxe. We have a basic one. What would I replace in that? I guess probably the basic skull bowl. Land on that ball. It's a good thing you can't crush the balls, and you can just chain the immunity phases into each other. Where are my balls? Oh yeah! I guess that's fine. I'm pretty squishy. Like, we took one hit and that was over half my HP there. Enemy speed, that's fine. That's fine, I think. And it's unique, so we can get it out of there. We'll go purple pickup range. I guess we'll take the purple lifesteal. So I don't think anything benefits from that still. Ooh, cooldown. I guess that's fine. Piercing, don't think that does anything for us. Ooh, blue wrecking ball. What scales on that? Looks like the base damage and the percentage. And I think that's the only thing. Do we have any dodge? No, so that's fine. Ooh, wow, it lowers my speed, never mind. I just saw the huge size. I guess we can get that with no real downside then. And then that'll give some more HP. We could upgrade a pickaxe. Also grab a higher spike ball. We could upgrade that first, and then we'll need to sell something for that. I think I like those more than the skull balls, since they sit on top of me. They should constantly be knocked around as they're moving around in the pinball, right? Whereas those are harder to hit. Or wait, was that a different item, actually? I thought it was the same as the one that's chained to me. But that just seems to be a huge one on the ground, actually. Uh-oh. Oh, we can break the soul flasks while I'm in the air. That's cool. I need a pinball. Where are they hiding? Yeah, having the large room actually does make it kind of hard to find those sometimes, though. I do like the very fast speed, though. Size, items price. I just don't think that's going to be active very much. Oh, it's unique though, so we can probably just remove that from the pool instead of getting 10 gold, I guess. I'll go blue HP. Ooh, duration. Green skull ball, nah. Oh, mushrooms that increase speed. Okay, that sounds cool here. Strength and damage. If we had something that worked with that, I think there was one item. That one, but we need 8 to get a single increase on that. So chained ball is the one that I like, but that doesn't get a mount, it would just be that thing. Yeah, I don't think that's very good then. We can upgrade the chained one at least. And then we can upgrade that for more souls. I don't think I have anything explosive, do I? Huge luck, I guess so. Ooh, item brace. Yeah, I wouldn't mind some more dodge. Actually, no, that's not even going to go positive, never mind. Golden souls. We do have some lick attack, right? That one... I guess that's the only one. Not great then, but the duration is kind of cool though. Honestly, I'm fine with that. Get a unique potion thing out of the way. Ooh, more mushrooms. Then we can lock that. Where are the pinballs? Counts. It's unique, so we can get it out of the shop pool at least. So we don't scale with a mount. That's actually pretty good. Oh yeah, I don't remember if I mentioned this earlier, but you can get attack slots on items, and there's a purple one as well, so you can get at least 8 different attacks in this game, as far as I'm aware. Potentially more. I don't have that many items unlocked yet. Strength is not bad. So we have the maxed out pinball now. Almost a 3-second duration with a 6-second cooldown. Then we need another decent melee item. Some lifesteal might not be terrible. This attack is unequipped and destroyed. Interesting. I'm guessing it has pretty high damage for the rarity or something. Size, not bad. Get a purple spike ball, that's that one, which I don't care that much about. It's fine. We could probably replace... Oh, we can merge those actually. And then just toss that in there. I wish there were like more speed items though. Those seem pretty rare. I guess we can grab that just in case. It'll probably pay itself off anyways. Okay, I think this is actually a projectile thing. I don't think this actually works on the balls. I think it's like when your projectiles hit a wall and disappear, they gain +1 bounce. We can lock that for the speed, I suppose, since it seems pretty rare. This build is so stupid and I love it. And it isn't even my final form. It is kind of hard to grab like all of the ore and the potions and stuff, but I don't care that much. The pinball is just so fun. I don't think we need that. We've got some decent HP stuff now. Nah. So that's that thing. We can get a second purple, I suppose. Oh, the speed on that would actually be nice. Dodge wouldn't do a ton while that one's active, but I think that's fine. It's unique as well. We can get it out of there. I could have actually upgraded the dagger. We don't really need that. Minus speed, nah. Chain ball, okay, that's that thing. We do want that. Then none of that matters. grab some decent souls right at the end. I guess the nice thing about speed is you can also collect a bunch of that stuff. I just don't really think that does a lot. I guess the range would help the mining pick a little bit. It doesn't really give me that much, so I guess it's fine. Nah. That's fine. Oh, wave am I on? I can't see here. I guess we'll take that green XP. Upgrade that. Let's see what else we got. I don't think so. That doesn't really do a ton. We do have a little bit of dodge now, and that one epic that's sometimes active. I guess it's unique, so we can get it out anyways. Decent size. I don't think any of these really help. Oh, the apple. We're trying to eventually get the 5 of those. And then we move on. What a lame boss. He's not wrong. I'll give him that. Don't want to lower my speeds. That's decent. We might actually want to get dodge now that it's positive. For the times where I'm running between balls, I suppose. That's fine. Don't care too much about those. I don't really want to lower my cooldown, although it's not terrible. That's not bad now. Another apple. Don't care too much about those. Spikes, that might actually work for that and that. Nothing else. I don't think it's that good. Nah. I don't know if I'll be able to kill any bosses with this build. My damage is pretty random. Unless you like pull them to a ball and then try to aim to bounce at them maybe. But that sounds boring. I'd rather just roll all the time. Oh, that's the other one I mentioned. So we can go up to 8 slots now. I think that's fine. So my damage is plus 19 while I'm moving, I think. So we're still positive with that. I don't really want to lower the cooldown. Cooldown and speed and duration, I think, are my most fun stats. I guess we can grab that. Ooh, there we go. 5% speed. Have I not been grabbing these, or have I just not really seen them? That actually sounds kind of interesting when we're rolling around, although it scales with arcane damage, so I guess I won't do a ton. We should just grab some more pickaxes so we have a ton of money and can fuel my speed needs. Don't think we care too much here. Not really. That's fine. I think we're getting close to the end now, so that's probably not going to pay off in return for the reduced healing now. Green HP, since there's a few items we want that reduce that. Yeah, I guess that's fine. Golden Souls, can upgrade that now. That's not bad for the crit chance, I guess. Kind of expensive though. I think we'll probably just pass on that. Ooh, speed. Pickaxe upgrades. So many speed reductions. Kind of wish we could ban those. You can actually destroy the ore while I'm in the air from the leap. Guess that's fine. I don't think we really need it though. Ooh, duration. Ooh, cooldown. I think that'll keep the ball up time higher overall. Oh, that's actually unique. We should just get that out of the pool now that I think about it. Spike ball. We have 2 of those maxed out. Don't really need that. Nope. Don't think so. That's decent. I think I actually will go into the endless mode for a bit, so we'll still take a little bit of greedy stuff. Because this build is so ridiculous, I think we'll push it a little bit. Ooh, speeds. Dodge duration. We have a green one there, don't think that. Ooh, duration cooldown, that's crazy. Strength is fine. I guess that's not terrible now, plus it's unique. That would have been interesting early on, triggered by walking on it. We can upgrade that. So I guess you can't get a ball if you're already in one, since we went right over top of that one. It's unique, so we can get that out of there. Nope. That's fine, I guess. Ooh, duration. Ooh, speed. Ooh, speed. Ooh, size. Lots of unlocks on this run as well. Soul Blast. I don't think we have any minions, but it's unique. We can get it out of there. Cooldown. Don't really need any of those. Size though. Dodge duration. Don't really need any of those. Strength is fine. So there's actually different bosses on each of the difficulty levels as well. I've never faced this guy before. Also, don't know if we'll be able to kill them again. Drop some leaps on them when we can, I suppose. Looks like you might not be able to grab potions while you're in the ball, since we rolled over a ton of them there and I didn't see any healing going on. We wondered... So we got Bigfoot, new item, synergy level. Oh, cool. Never seen that before. Well, yeah, because I just unlocked it. Lock reroll price, that's pretty nice. Item price for every 2% size. Oh, that would have been sick on this run. Damage for every 2% speed, that would have been sick on this run. Golden hammer. Turn the enemy into a golden statue. Alright, endless mode, let's go! It's fine. Don't care. Don't really care. Don't really care. I just want movement speed. Where is it? It's just all weapons. Where's the speed at? Lowers my cooldown? Nah. Nah. That's where we get most of the speed from, the shop. If I can actually find some, I can get that, I guess. Screw it. We'll get rid of the dagger so I have more money to get speed. I'll get one of these to make sure it doesn't work, since I think it doesn't, and we're basically done with the run now anyway, so we can test that out. But I think that's just a projectile thing. Size. Don't need any of those. Nope. Nope. Man, it's hard to find anything decent now. We can get that out of there since it's unique. Where's all the speed at? It's just all crappy weapons now. Not really scaling up all that much anymore without the speed items appearing. Down. Get that out of there. Was there a cap on the speed items or something? No cap on that. We're just not really finding any anymore. Alright, I think that's good enough for our first look for now. Can we end it here? What did we get for the high level thing? Not sure. But we got a bunch of unlocks at least. So looks like about 10 days until the early access release. Very, very similar to BROTATO, but there were some pretty unique and interesting weapons there. That Minotaur run was something else. And then there's another character who would have been pretty good there. There's someone who gains speed based on their level. Oh, it's him. Okay. When you level up 1% speed, he also would have been pretty good with that. Although, you can't start with it. You could do the decoy maybe and leave those behind you as you're rolling around. That sounds pretty interesting. When you kick something, you gain speed and armor. So he actually would have been pretty good for a build like that also. But that's going to be it for now. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.